So in the last session, we have seen about creating the application. So how to create the decisioning application. As part of decisioning application, we have given the context dictionary configuration, CDH setup, everything happened automatically, and we are able to create our new application. So now let us review uh, the rules which are created in the new application. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the Dev Studio. So once you go to the application definition for a decisioning application, so let me just share my notepad here just to recap what we have seen in the last session. Okay. So we created the first decisioning application using CDH setup. As part of setup, what is created? One is XCAR model, which is nothing but the properties for your application. Okay, so it is like a data model, your properties and everything that are there. Now next thing, what is created using the setup? So second thing that is created is the NBAD template. NBAD stands for next best action designer. So this template will have the categories and some sample rules and structure start decisioning. Okay, so this template will have categories, sample rules, and the structure to start the decisioning. So this is what happens when you create your first application using CDH setup in 8.8. No need to. So one more thing is which we forgot is the context dictionary. Context dictionary is also automatically created. So just go through that last session where we have created our application using the CDH setup, which will create all these things in the backend. Now let us see what is present in the application now. Our new application, what is present in that. So if you see this Dev Studio, notice that uh, in our application definition, you can see that there are two rule sets that are created. One is artifacts rule set. So see this one, CDH artifacts, CDH NBAD tests. Okay, CDH artifacts, CDH NBAD tests. The remaining rule sets are common rule sets only, which are rule set, ordination
Sorry,
rule
Ravi.
set. Yeah,
We can't see your screen. It shows the main one. That's it.
you cannot see the Dev Studio. Okay. So if you see this application definition, for every decisioning application that is created using CDH setup, it will be created on top of PEGA Marketing FW framework, which I told you that it is part of customer service framework. Now here there are some rule sets that are automatically created. You see this one, artifacts rule sets and NBAD tests rule set. See, remaining rule sets are not needed, or they are aware. You are aware of that. The implementation rule set, integration rule set, and organization rule set, organization integration rule set. These are the the rule sets which are created for normal BPM application also. But what additional rule sets that are created for a decisioning application is these two. First one is artifacts rule set. Second one is NBAD test rule set. So let us understand the purpose of these two rule sets which are there in the decisioning applications. You don't see this in BPM applications. In your PEGA development applications, you don't see this. So let us start with what is artifact rule set. Okay, so these two additional rule sets. created for decisioning applications. What is the purpose of artifacts rule sets? Artifacts rule set is like a top level rule set used as a production rule set for decisioning. That means latest version of this rule set should always be unlocked. Okay, what is production rule set? Suppose if you want to do some changes in production environment, what you will do, you will create a production rule set, right? Same way for decisioning application, production rule set is artifacts rule set. Any changes you want to do in production environment, you can do it in artifacts rule set. Okay, so that is like a production rule set. Second thing is all auto generated rules created using CDH setup. In the last session, we have created our application using CDH setup, right? So these rules will be stored into this artifacts rule set. Okay, these rules will be stored into artifacts rule set. So I told you, context dictionary is created, NBED template is created, XCAR model, which is nothing but extended customer analytics record. This is a full form of that, which is nothing but the data model for your application. For example, you are creating a bank application. XCAR model will have properties like monthly EMI, credit score, some civil score like this. This kind of properties will be created. For example, you are creating a telecom application. This XCAR model will create a properties like download speed, monthly usage, mobile usage, something related to telecom. So these properties are already there and they will be created automatically for you so that you don't need to create it again. Now all these rules are created in CDH artifacts rule set. Okay, it will be created in CDH artifacts rule set. Next thing is all decisioning rules should be kept in CDH artifacts. Mainly what rules means strategies. Okay, strategies will be kept in CDH artifacts and actions also. So we'll come to know what is strategies, what is actions, but I'm just telling you the purpose of artifacts rule set. First thing, it is a production rule set in decisioning application. Keep the latest version of this rule set always open. Second thing is whenever you are creating some feature in decisioning using some wizard. So not only CDS setup or uh, any wizards that you run in decisioning application, any backend rules will be there, right? The backend rule, they will be automatically stored in artifacts rule set. Okay, so then the decisioning rules also you should keep it in artifacts rule set. So because this is a top level rule set, whatever you keep in this rule set will be picked up first compared to your rule set because it is at the top of the stack. So any questions of the purpose of this artifacts rule set, or is it confusing?
So,
So Ravi, generally when we make a change and we want to deploy into production, it is done from a lower environment to a higher production environment, right?
Right.
So when you say that the we can make a top level, we can make a change in production, you mean that this particular artifact rule set in the lower environment can be kept open to make the change and deploy into production. Is that right?
No, see, we have something like production rule sets also.
Yeah.
Suppose there is some emergency fixes there, you need to do something in production. You can't wait for deploying development to UAT to like that. It has to be done
Mm.
immediately. Temporarily, you will
Yeah.
keep it in production rule set. So the
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
temporary rule set, you can use it as artifacts rule set.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And any POC kind of thing you want to do, you will be using artifact rule set. And by default, any auto-generated rules will go into this rule set only. You don't need to specify to store here, but automatically they will be stored here only. So that is the reason we keep this open. Okay, generally the purpose of keeping this latest version open is to make sure the auto-generated rules are created successfully without any errors. Because if you keep it locked, it will not be able to create. Okay, fine. See,
Yep.
again, as we go further, you will come to know what we need to keep there. Second rule set that we have is NBAD tests. NBAD stands for, again, same thing, next best action designer tests. NBAD stands for next best action designer tests. So what is this? This is nothing but a test case as a rule set for decisioning. You are creating decisioning application, right? So how do you see in every application when you are doing some development, you will create some test cases in the test cases rule set. So for decisioning, this is the test cases rule set. Like you are doing some testing, you created a strategy. Okay, you created some strategy, you want to test the strategy. You will do some unit testing. So that unit testing, you have to store the test cases here. For that purpose only, this is kept. Okay, mainly to store test cases and test suits as part of unit testing, and also any kind of what you say like temp rules, right? Temp rules not required for deployment, okay, or any kind of testing after implementation. You need to store it here. Okay, to store the test cases, to store the test suits, any temporary rules. Sometimes you'll keep some temporary rules. You don't need to deploy those. Like for example, you need to clean up some cases, you need to clean up some database records. Just for that only you created, it's not part of your requirement. So those kind of rules also you can keep it here because you don't deploy this. Okay, only for testing purpose, any testing, unit testing you want to do, all those things you will keep it in NBAD tests. Okay, so this is the purpose of these two rule sets. One is rule set, second is NBAD test rule set, which will be created automatically for you. Okay, so that is one thing. Now let us go ahead and let us configure the taxonomy. See, again, I told you right in the last session, previously when you create an application, we used to manually create context dictionary. The context dictionary used to be created manually. But now you don't need to do anything. Just while creating application only, context dictionary is automatically created. Okay, I showed you last time also like, so nothing to be done. Car model is installed, NBAD template is installed, context dictionary is also configured. So everything is configured, but in 8.7 and below versions, you need to do manually. You need to do manually. In 8.8, everything is automated. If you create application, automatically it is created. So now let us create a taxonomy. So first of all, let us understand what is taxonomy here.
Ravi, quick question.
Yes.
If we have got 8.6 or 8.7 versions where we are working right now, and if we have to create a new application, do you have any video that we can see later on how to create manually these three things?
Yes, I have
Because,
video. We'll share it.
yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can just tell you like what you have to do. Just I'll show you right now what you have to do. See, like I told, three steps. First thing, download the data model. Second thing, install the data model. Then again, download the template, install the template. Then you configure the context dictionary. But here everything is downloaded, it's installed, car model and all that. So just you need to search here. Okay, just you need to search here. What you need to search is just search for download xcar data model for, so I'm creating a banking application, right? So I'll just search for financial services PEGA. So this is the first thing that you need to do after you create the application. So you will get this link here. Just you need to open this, okay, and you need to download this. So this is the data model, which will give you complete structure. So what does it mean? It will create all the properties which are needed, right? For a banking, what kind of data model is there? So you see here, I can download. You can just come here and you can click on the download button. Then come.
We can't hear you, Ravi.
Sorry, Ravi, we can't hear you.
Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I was in hospital still, so there's some lag is there. Okay. So what are you seeing? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
You can see the Dev Studio. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Fine. What I was telling here, you just come here, you just come to the import and you just
So
import
Ravi,
it.
first thing before importing everything, right? Is this uh, will it already come with this mega marketing and everything? The
Nothing
CDH
will
is
be there.
already there, the application, or we are
CDH,
up?
CDH will be there when you install.
So okay,
Yeah.
if
See, first
CDH
thing you
is
have
not
to
there,
install the framework. No, no, first thing you have to install the framework. After you install the framework, you will install the CDH.
so for
Okay.
personal
So
editions we
on,
can't install them, right?
no, personal edition we cannot install.
Okay, okay, okay. So first you'll install that mega marketing framework, and after that
After that,
we'll
you install the, you create application first on top of that.
we'll just
Okay.
create an application and okay.
You create an application on top of that. In the application that you created, download this car model and install the car model. Same way,
So
you have to download the NBAD template for financial services.
Sorry, Ravi, can you show how to install that?
Same thing, how you install a product file, application,
Oh, okay.
distribution, import. Go
Okay.
to
Okay.
import,
Cool.
select the zip file. So now designer template also you have. So download this template here, retail banking, download this. That's it. Come here, install it, and that's it. Okay.
So the other frameworks here, they'll already be present in the Pega versions, except for the.
No, this will also be there, but you need to add it. It will not come automatically. You need to add here. This exercise system is not there. This is for cloud. Okay, but these
Okay.
three things you have to add it.
Yeah, and one last question. What is the difference between the frameworks and the components?
Frameworks are complete, uh, what you say, like complete package for your CDH to run properly.
Okay.
But components are certain areas that are used to extend your application, your existing application. You want to extend the application, you need the component. But before creating the application, you need to have the base where all the skeleton, all the rules and supporting data is there. That will be there in the framework,
So if you open a component, will it have also be having rule sets and everything?
right? So this is
Okay.
a reusable thing. If you create a component, you create 10 applications, you don't need to do create 10 times. Same component you can use everywhere. So see, all the rule sets are there. What all rule sets? Where the data is present, that rule set will be there. And for it to install, you need to have Pega Marketing FW 8 version installed. Okay, here
Yeah.
all the rules will be there. Okay, so that's what you do. First, create the application, download the data model, install the data model, download the template, install the template. Then you configure the context dictionary. Just you need to give the class name and property names which are created. So now let us get into the taxonomy, which I was telling you. So first thing we have seen what is the purpose of artifacts rule set and NBAD test rule set. Now let us start with taxonomy here. So just excuse that noises that come outside for today. Okay. Okay. So what is taxonomy? Basically, taxonomy is nothing but a structure. It's nothing but a business structure. So this taxonomy is divided into three components. First one is business issue.
Again, your screen, you might have changed the screen, right?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sharing it. So if you see this here, see basically by the time you are doing this, you should be created and installed. Sorry, say just installed the Pega framework, Pega marketing framework, and installed CDH application on framework. Then automatically your context dictionary everything is created, right? And then you can just start with the third step, business taxonomy. Okay, this will create the context dictionary, data model, and NBAD template. And now we are starting the business taxonomy. So the business taxonomy is also called as business structure, which is having three components: business issue, business group, propositions. Okay, business issue, business group, propositions. So the business issue means the category of promotion. Basically, what we are doing here in business taxonomy is we are setting the business structure. We are setting up the business structure which wants to promote. In our case, I told you about XYZ Bank. Okay, XYZ Bank want to promote. Okay, want to promote their products and services using Pega decisioning, Pega marketing framework. Okay, so this bank want to promote their products and services using PEGA decisioning and PEGA marketing. So we need to set up their bank structure on what they want to promote. So the structure contains three things: business issue, business group, propositions. Business issue means the category of promotion. So for example, you want to promote a, let us say, some Dell laptop. Dell laptop. Sorry, it's not like that. Business issue, I told you wrong. Business issue is nothing but the reason for promotion. Okay, business issue is nothing but the reason for promotion, which means basically what is the purpose of promotion, you can say. So the purpose of promotion here. So the purpose in the sense like different business will have different reasons why they want to promote. They want to promote to increase the sales. They want to promote to increase the revenue. They want to promote to increase the customers. Okay. They are only promoting only to maintain the customers, existing customers, retention, like that. So all these are different reasons why the business wants to promote, which is called business issue. For example, some of the business issues will be like sales. That means the purpose of promoting is to increase the sales. Second reason, let us say for example, another reason, acquisition. Acquisition means, let us say the business is having very less customers. Okay, very less customers they are having. They want to acquire new customers. They want to acquire new customers. That is the purpose of promotion. Let us say there is another business issue, I can say, like retention. So retention means lot of customers are losing. You can say a lot of customers are unsubscribing. So business want to retain these customers. Okay, let us say many customers are going to the competitors. Okay, customers are unsubscribed and moving to competitors. For example, Airtel is there and Jio is there. People are rejecting Airtel and let us say they are going to Geo network. So they want to avoid this thing. Existing customers are canceling Airtel subscription and going to Geo subscription. They want to avoid this. So for that purpose, they want to promote. So that reason is called retention. Let us say there is some new bank, Yes Bank is there. Let us say Yes Bank is having very less customers compared to HDFC Bank. So they want to reach that 1 million customers, let us say. For reaching more and more customers, create bank account with Yes Bank, they are doing this promotion. So then the reason is acquisition. Okay, let us say there is a business, they want to increase revenue. Right now, revenue is some $1 million per year. They want to make it to 2 million, 3 million, like that. So these are the reasons why the business want to promote, that you call it as business issue. Okay, the reason for promotion, basically why you want to promote. Second, we have business group. Business group is nothing but category of promotion. Basically what you are promoting. So let us say the business XYZ bank said they want to promote in order to increase the sales. Okay, ideally, which means revenue. They are having very less revenue, they want to increase the revenue. Now what they want to promote, for example, they want to promote a uh, 1 CR personal loan to the existing customers. Okay, they have some 1 crore personal loan with some 12% annual interest. This is what they want to promote using PEGA framework. So what category this will come under? This will come under personal loans category. Okay, this will come under personal loans category. I'm just telling you from a banking perspective. For example, there is some ABC e-commerce company. They want to promote. Let us say they want to promote a Dell i7. Okay, Dell i7 16 GB RAM laptop. This is the product that they want to promote. Some ABC company. So this will come under what category? It will come under laptops category. Okay. So someone wants to promote Samsung Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So this will come under mobiles category. So this category of promotion is called as business group. Just remember all these things, just basics, all these things are. Business issue is the reason for promotion. Business group is the category of the promotion. Like for example, for a bank, personal loans, credit cards, and let's say home loans, all these are the categories. That is a business group. Now coming to the propositions. Propositions are nothing but the promotion itself. Okay, the promotion itself. So simply to tell you, proposition means anything that you propose to a customer is called a proposition. Anything that you propose to a customer is called as a proposition. So the bank can promote a product, or let us say if you take a ABC e-commerce company, they want to promote some 10% discount on uh, furniture. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but a discount. Or let us say they want to promote a $500 coupon on electronics. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but a coupon. Let's say they want to promote a, like I told, Dell i7 laptop. This is nothing but a product. So the promotion can be anything. It can be discount, it can be coupon, it can be product, it can be service, it can be anything that you propose to the customer, and it is up to the customer whether they want to buy it, whether they don't want to buy it. So this you call it as a proposition, which is nothing but anything that you propose to the customer, you call it as a proposition. Okay, so are you clear on this till here? Three things: business issue, business group,
Yep.
and proposition. So this is actually going to configure your business structure. Three components: business issue, business group, propositions itself. So any questions till here? So here I'll give one CR, personal loan with 12% interest. Second thing I'll give here, say uh, free air tickets credit card. Okay, any questions till here on business issue, business group, and propositions?
No, Ravi.
Fine. So now let us create this in our application. So I'm going to the Dev Studio. Again, by the time you do this, you should have your application created, data model installed, context dictionary created, NBAD template installed. So go to the configure, decision, and go to the decisions proposition management. This is where you create this business taxonomy. Again, the next step after you all do all these things. Okay, configure, decisioning, decisions, proposition management. All your decisioning features will be under decisioning only. I told you, right? Second thing, you can do this in personalization also. I mean, this thing. You can install car model also, but not template. Okay, you cannot. So we are in some sample application. That's the reason we are seeing some sample business issues and everything present. Now let us add the business taxonomy. What you do is click on add, then click on new business issue. Then here you select sales. So I'm giving the new business issue name as sales. Okay. So then I select artifacts rule set. You don't need to select artifact. You can just create in rules rule set. Generally strategies you will keep it in artifacts. So I'm creating the business issue as sales in rules rule set, and I click on create. Okay, I click on create. So now my business issue is created, which is sales. Now let us add business groups. Okay, first is business issue, which is nothing but the reason for promotion. You can see what all reasons are there. Acquire, that means the business want to acquire new customers. Collections, that means they want to do some collections. Grow, they want to grow. Nurture, retain. Retain means like you want to give some discount so that customer will stay with you. You want to give some buy one get one, so the customer will stay with you. So this kind of things you will be providing. So then here we have sales. So now I add here and I click on new group. Okay, I click on new group. So then I give here, let us say uh, personal loans. I'm giving here personal loans. Select the business issue as sales. Okay, select the business issue as sales, and now click on create.
Gavin, you're showing this as an example, is it? Because one is getting created in the rules rule set, the other one is getting created in the artifact
No,
rule.
no, no, I think okay. While creating, I did not check that.
Okay, okay,
Just
all good.
create in rules rule set only. Everything you do it in rules rule set. Okay. Yeah. So now I created in sales. In sales, I created personal loans. That is, I will add one more group, new group. So let us call it as credit cards. See, again, you can have same group in multiple issues also, right? So for example, in one you are creating credit cards in retail. There you can keep some discounts or something like that. Okay. So you can duplicate same names. That is also allowed. Okay. So I'm giving business issue sales rules rule set and create. So now we have one issue, two groups. So there is one issue called sales. Within sales, we have credit cards and personal loans. Okay, within sales, we have credit cards and personal loans. Now let us see one more thing before we create propositions.
So
So I hope that you got. Yeah.
so this sales is already a pre-existing one. How did you add it direct,
No, I
or
just
it's a new
click on
one?
add and new one only. It's not existing. I just clicked on
So
new business. It will ask for the name. Give the
so
name as sales.
what is the panel that is showing on the right? What are those properties and
That
everything?
will come to that. We'll come to that. Okay. It is just showing you the business groups and the structure. What is the structure? Okay. So for example, I click on sales. It will just show me what all groups are there in that sales.
Okay.
Okay. So I created one business issue sales. In that I created credit cards and personal loans. Now let us add propositions. Before adding propositions, you need to add one more thing that is called the property. So again, so the properties in his, it's nothing but the general property that you have right in your PEGA. Same thing here also. So what I will do, I'll go to the personal loan. So what is property here? The property here is nothing but the characteristics of your propositions. Characteristics means what? See, for example, my business XYZ Bank want to promote this product, personal loans. So as part of promoting, they want to promote in order to increase the sales. So the business issue is sales, business group is personal loans. And now let us say you are adding something like 1 CR personal loan. So the property is nothing but what is, let us say like something like what is the annual interest, what is the proposition name, what is the monthly EMI, what is the loan tenure. All these are nothing but the characteristics, right? For anything that will be there. For example, you are promoting a proposition called Dell laptop. So the properties will be what is the color of the laptop, height of the laptop, model of the laptop, how many years warranty. All these are nothing but the characteristics. So that is what you do here. So for example, I'll just click on checkout. I will add the properties here. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the form, and here I will add field. So I'm just adding some fields here. What you do is, how to add the properties? Just you go to the business group. Okay, what I did, I come here, I clicked on the business group. So for example, I will add the properties. You just go to the form tab. So here you need to add the properties. So let us say I add something like uh, loan tenure. Okay, loan tenure. So just click on create and open. So again, keep it in rules will set only. If I forgot, also just ignore. Keep everything in rules will set. Save. Okay. So this is one property which I am creating, that is loan tenure. Let us say I create one more, like annual interest. Okay, what is the annual interest? And create. So next I'll create one more. Let us create something like monthly EMI. Okay. So again, it depends. See, again, different groups will have different properties, right? These are basically nothing but the characteristics of what you are promoting. For example, you are created a group something like laptops. So you will create properties like color of laptop color, or something like color, model, monthly EMI, or warranty years, something like that. These kind of properties you will create. So in my case, it is personal loans. So I'm creating this kind of properties: monthly EMI, loan tenure, this kind of properties. Okay, so that is what you do here in the property section, which are nothing but the characteristics of your proposition. So now you need to save it. Then you can start adding the propositions. Okay, then you can start adding the propositions. Go to the here, then click on new. See what I'm doing, I just first add, I clicked on business issue, I added business issue, then I added group under the business issue, then I created the properties. Okay, so now you can add the propositions here. So what I did, you go to personal loans, then you click on the new button. So let us add some propositions. Again, don't confuse these terms, or remember these terms. Business issue means the reason for promoting. Business group means category for promoting. Propositions means whatever you are promoting, like a t-shirt, laptop, mobile, all these are what you are promoting. So let us give here proposition name as 1 crore personal loan. So this is my proposition name. Like you want to describe, you can give a description here. This is 1 crore loan offer, uh, the less annual interest, something like this. Okay, so now whether this proposition is active always, not active, within defined time period. That means whatever you are promoting, whether it is active always means it is always active, always enabled. If you want to disable this, that means you don't want to promote, you will select never. For example, something is there, like for example during Christmas season, you want to promote like 10% discount on some particular product or some particular laptop, 10% discount on a mobile. So at the time you can select this third option within defined time period. So then you select the start date, like for example December 25th till December 31st. So once the system reaches this particular end date, automatically it will become never. Okay, only when the system reaches this time period, then only it will be active. Once the system reaches the end date, for example you kept the end date as December 31st, so once the system time reaches December 31st, automatically it will become inactive. So that is this third option. Like you will have, right, for example discounts are there, you want to give some discount only on Republic Day, on Independence Day, or let us say on during some festival. So you will select that date. and time. So this offer will be valid only on that date. So then you will give all your characteristics here. For example, annual interest 12%. So this one you can ignore. This is OTV property which came. Loan tenure I am giving 10 years like this. Monthly EMI I'm giving like 50,000. Okay, so like this you will create your propositions and you can save it.
Ravi, quick
So now you
question.
are proposing. Yeah,
Those properties you have created, they should exist. The data should exist in the data model, right? Like in the, they should, those ones should match with the your
again,
column names in the car. Is that right?
nothing like that. No need to do.
Okay.
So the properties which are there, you can use those properties if it is there. Like you see form, some properties are there here which are automatically created using context dictionary and all that. If you want, you can use that. Okay, like for example, average cost is there. Average cost looks like some custom property, but others are OOTB properties that you cannot expect. But when you are using template, some properties will be created for you. If you want to use that only, you can use that only, or you can create your own properties like custom properties like we created now. Okay, so it depends. Like if there is a property already exists for your requirement, use that. Otherwise, you create it. No worries. So same way, let us say add one more. Let's add something like 50 lakhs personal loan. Okay. So again, give the description and everything here. Like annual interest, I'm giving 20%. Loan tenure, I'm giving 15 years. Monthly EMI, I'm giving like 30,000. So this is how you should start creating your proposition. Okay. This is how you need to start creating your proposition. So just to tell you about the backend properties also, again, this is how you create the business issue, business group, and propositions. Propositions are nothing but the promotion that you do. It can be discount, it can be service, it can be product, it can be anything that you propose. So that is the name. That's the reason it is called as proposition. Anything that you propose to the customer. Now this business issue, which is the reason for promotion, it is present under PY issue. So it is present under PY issue. Business group category is present under PY group. Then the proposition is present under PY name. Okay, so I'm just telling you the backend property where the data is present. Okay, where the data is. For example, if you keep live view and see also, you will come to know that. See this? So it is nothing but PY name. PY name means proposition name. Okay. Then business issue, you see here, PY issue, right? PY issue is the business issue. PY group is the business group. Okay. So these are the three properties which are present here. PY issue, PY group, and PY name. So any questions till here? Any questions till here? So basically what we are doing is we are just setting up the business. Basically based on what they want to promote, we are creating their structure. So they want to promote credit cards and personal loans. That's what they said. So we have created the business group credit cards and business group personal loans. They said they want to promote in order to increase the revenue. So that's the reason we created the issue as sales based on their requirement. So we'll see the backend, what happens in the backend, like is there any classes or some rules will be created, right? So what is created, we'll see in the backend tomorrow. Okay. So, but today, just to review what we have seen. So we have seen creating the application. What happens after you create the application? Two things are created: artifacts inside. NBAD test toolset. Artifacts toolset purpose is to store the auto-generated rules and decisioning rules like strategies and actions. And any auto-generated rules automatically will be stored here. So that is the reason we should say every latest version you should keep open. Okay. Second thing is NBAD tests, which is used for storing test cases or any kind of testing that you do. You use test case NBAD test rules. Then we have seen the business taxonomy, which is having business issue, business group, propositions. Business issue means reason for promotion. Business group means category for promotion. Propositions means the promotion itself. Okay. So business issue is present under PY issue property. Business group is present under PY group property. Proposition is present under PY name property. So where you need to create means go to the application, configure decisions, decisioning. In that proposition management is there. There you need to create your structure. What is the issue? What is the group? What is the propositions? And you can also add properties, which are nothing but characteristics of your proposition. For example, what is the color? What is the make? Okay, what is the size? This kind of all these things are properties. Okay, clear? Any questions from anyone? So Jyotirmay, you joined today. Did you understand?
Hi Ravi.
Hi.
Mm, I understood little more, but this is the first class, so I did not understand that much.
Yeah. Just go through the previous recordings, please. Okay.
Okay, okay,
And you will come. So basically, we are doing some promoting. Okay, marketing kind of thing. Okay, marketing is what you do. Is just take an example of any marketing. Like you promote something in Facebook, you promote something in Google, right? That is how
mm,
you are using PEGA here. Okay.
okay,
So some
okay,
business want to promote some products. Okay, for example, e-commerce company want to promote a laptop.
okay,
So they are using PEGA to do that promotion to get more sales. Okay, so
okay,
how they do the promotion is what we have seen today. How you need to get
okay.
started. What about others? Clear today or any confusion? Just let me know. If you did not understand something, let me know.
Ravi, just for me to go into Pega environment to practice, can you share that link? I looked at the other link you shared, but I couldn't get through to this exercise landing page.
Share your screen. Making a presenter.
That
What is the
facility is
issue
not
you have?
available.
Let us. So show me.
So if I go here, can you see my screen?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Should I click on login here?
Yes.
So once I do that, it's going into a page which is company email.
Give the email address, right? We discussed. You have registered an account. Give your email address, whatever the email address you give.
No, I didn't register. Do I need to register an account? Do I need to create an account here?
Yeah, we have seen this right in last session also. You need to create an account.
Okay. So I need to create
Just
an account. That's when it will take me to the credentials where I have to put decisioning architect
just
and rules.
just create your personal email ID. You create an account, sign up. After you create an account, activate your account and you give your email ID. Basic
Okay.
registration process only.
Okay.
Okay. Same
Okay,
email
cool.
ID you give it there and it will ask you for the password. That's it.
Okay, cool. All right.
You can give your personal email address. No need for any company email address also.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll do that.
Okay.
I'll come back if I have any issues. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Any other doubts or any questions from anyone?
No.
Or okay, start practicing. I think today only we started with the implementation part. So just practice one, okay, and go through the previous recordings, whoever did not go through, and let's connect same time tomorrow. Yeah, see you all.
Cool. Thanks, Ravi. Bye.
Thank you.